everyone, in this short little video, I'll be breaking down the deep longitudinal sling system, a muscle system that helps with shock absorption, stability, and force transmission from the lower body to the upper body. I'll go over the muscles involved, how it's used in sports, a simple exercise to strengthen it, and a stretch for mobility. Let's get into it. Okay, to start off with my anatomical identification of the DLS, also known as the deep longitudinal sling system group, I'm going to be showing off the muscles, which is the Erector Spinae group, which are the muscles along the spine which provide back stability, the multifidus, which is key for posture and control, the Sacrotuberous Ligament, which connects hamstrings to pelvic, crucial for force transfer, the Biceps Femoris, which helps with the lower back for movement, and then the peroneus longus, which supports the foot and lower leg. So how this works is the sling system stabilizes the spine and absorbs impact forces during movement, helps with posture, walking, running, and jumping by ensuring force moves efficiently from the ground up, and without it the body would just struggle to absorb shock properly. Now for my functional application, I'm going to be using the sport basketball, which more precise, I'm going to be using when somebody blocks and jumps up high to block the ball. So what happens during this is that the DLS absorbs shock when the foot hits the ground and transfers energy upwards. So how it works is when you land after a jump, your hamstrings, peroneus longus, and lower back muscles absorb the impact. The force then travels up through the spine, allowing for quick movement and power transfer. A weak DLS can lead to poor shock absorption and injuries. So for the exercise, I'm going to be using RDLs, which is also known as a Romanian deadlift. So I'm going to be using this because it strengthens the hamstrings, the lower back, and stabilizes it in the deep longitudinal sling system. So how this is performed is that you hold either a dumbbell or you can hold a bar in front of your thighs, stand with your feet shoulder width apart, and keep a slight bend in the knees, which you can see he has. Hinge at the hips, lowering the weight down the legs while you're keeping your back flat. Stop when you feel a stretch in the hamstrings, then return to standing up. And then you can repeat this for 10 to 12 reps. So what's happening here is that the hamstrings and Sacrotuberous Ligament engage to control the descent, Erector Spinae and multifidus stabilize the spine, and peroneus longus helps with balance. So the stretch that I decided to do was the standing hamstring and spinal release stretch. So how I perform it, I stand tall with my feet hip width apart, hinge at the hips and fold forward, reaching for my toes. You let your head and arms freely decompress the spine, and then you hold for 10 to 15 seconds. So what's happening here is that the hamstrings lengthen, reducing stiffness, spine decompresses, relieving tension in the Erector Spinae, and peroneus longus and calves stretch, improving shock absorption. So with a quick overview of what we covered the muscles that are involved, a sports example, a strength exercise, and a stretch for mobility. With that being said, that is the deep longitudinal sling system. It's essential for shock absorption, stability, and force transfer in running, jumping, and landing. Have a great one.